and welcome to another 5-minute car reviews. I'm Chris, and this is a 2025 Nissan Altima SV, and a beautiful little mean car it is. Give you a nice little walk around. It's white. It's it's not a bad looking car actually. I kind of like the lines on this thing. Um, yeah, it looks aggressive. It looks like it has a purpose other than being just a joke. Low credit score joke. Although this car is pretty cheap. So yeah, I can see why it gets the reputation that it does. That and the CVT. All right, let's see what powers this thing and makes it good. Okay, here we go. Trunk release right where it should be. And this one comes with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, pumping out 188 horsepower. All right, there. Oh, no hood struts. But there we go. Well, 4 cylinders, 2.5 liters, battery, and air conditioning, and nothing special in here. And engine. All right, let's get into the inside. Okay, walk on in. Oh, okay. All right, as you'll see, there's let's move this so you can see it even better. We've got analog gauges with the screen in the middle with various information. A blank screen apparently, and speedometer. Fuel economy. That is really good fuel economy, by the way. Let's see what else we got. Tire pressure. Nobody cares about that. Apparently, there's no tire pressure. Or 33 across. Okay, whatever. But there you go. And it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. What car nowadays doesn't? Lane keep assist. There's also a blind spot monitor and VDC settings. Oh, good. So you can turn off all your traction control and all that stuff. Maintenance, yeah, boring stuff. But it's got a list of things. You buy the car, you can figure out what you want to do with it. We got a trunk release, the dimmer switch, trip reset, headlights to auto, and we got windshield wipers of varying degrees, power windows, power locks, power mirrors, fake carbon fiber, and some more carbon fiber fake stuff on there. But here's the kicker: they do wood in the middle, or this like plastic wood stuff. Kind of crazy. Air conditioning. I'm sure you can hear it in the screen in the video there. But there's the air conditioning. Speaking of which, got some physical buttons. I didn't see any buttons in this screen, so one set of air conditioning, one set of buttons for the audio. CVT transmission, push button start, USB C and regular, and an aux, which you don't see a whole lot because who in the heck uses a 3.5 millimeter jack? And of course the 12 volt right in there. To do branded floor mats. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to make this more exciting than it actually is. So yeah, so people actually watch this. But yeah, it's got cloth seats, cup holders for two in the front, a space for cigarettes or something. I don't even know. You can do whatever. Door pocket, cushy little armrest, and yeah. All right, let's head to the back. And actually, there's a little more interesting things in the back of this car than there was in the Malibu we just tested. Let's go take a look. I like that flat bottom steering wheel. That's pretty cool too. But let's get in the back seat already. Oh, hey, school's out. All right. Oh, somebody was eating in this car. I know who, and I'm not telling. This one's also got plenty of space in it. I mean, this back seat's nice. I like cars with some room so you don't feel cramped. The fake carbon fiber is brought to the back, although it's not in the center of the door like it is in the front. Just kind of stupid. And oh, look at that. See, it's got a chrome, I don't know if you can see it right there, but the chrome door handle, black door handle. It's like they really didn't care about the back. They did give you a couple USB ports for charging. That's kind of nice. Oh yeah, let's see what's in this cubby hole. Nothing, just a cubby hole. But here's the dash in its entirety. I do like the way it looks. This is a good looking car, outside and in. The materials, cheap plastic again, but it is laid out in a nice, a pleasing manner. That steering wheel, that flat bottom, very cool. Buttons for cruise control and music and yada yada yada. Pocket for your posies, and that's that. All right. Well, that's being said. Let's. Oh yeah. Let's. Oh, my hair is terrible. But let's take it to the trunk. You'll find even less exciting things back there. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, cup holder, speaker. That's kind of nice. Actually, I will give this stereo, in this car, a very good rating because it bumps in here. All right, right under the hamburger, you got a little button and a camera, and more branded car floor mats, and space for two golf clubs. And little buttons to put down the seats. 60-40 split. Bam, man. Bam, in case you missed it, because I'm not paying attention. And that's really all there is. More speakers back there in the top. All right. I guess the best we can do now is take this bad boy for a spin. Like 20 more horsepower than that Malibu. It doesn't feel any faster. So the only thing you are really gaining out of this car is some style. It does have style. It's kind of oozing with style. It doesn't look as boring and vanilla as the Malibu did. And it's a similar size car, similar power, similar engines, except this one's not a turbocharged one. Let's see. Other than that, I mean, it's comfortable ride. The seats are nice. The air conditioning is beautiful. The screen is crisp and clear. And like I mentioned earlier, the sound system is really good. The bass and the highs, everything is really enjoyable to listen to. It really is. Steering is light. Again, you got the cheap plastics everywhere, even on the steering wheel, but at least the steering wheel looks good. It's a genuinely nice place to be. More than enough power, just like in the Malibu, more than enough power to get you where you need to go. And you'll do it in a little bit of style. Now, I know this car is the king of the memes at the moment. I'm sure you've all seen the TikToks and YouTube shorts with the low credit score Altima drivers. It's absolutely hilarious. And I totally see people doing low credit score type shenanigans in a car like this. Because, they're cheap. Maybe not new. I think they're darn near 30. I mean, that's still pretty cheap. 30 grand-ish, brand new. Much like the Malibu, you can get them pretty inexpensive if you wait just a couple years, like half the price, 15, 16,000 for, a decent low mileage one. Like I said, I kind of like this car. I think also that Nissan and most car makers nowadays are kind of missing the mark, where they're all front-wheel drive or at best all-wheel drive. You don't get a car this size that's rear-wheel drive anymore. And I think that's a darn shame, because a car like, at least this one anyway, would be so much fun if it was rear-wheel drive. I mean, talk about shenanigans. With rear-wheel drive, you could really get this. You can get this puppy loose, and it'd be fun. It doesn't feel like a heavy car. It drives nice and light. Again, super comfortable, and it is a car on a budget. And if the Consumer Reports are correct, the CVT that this is coupled with is a real letdown, and it's kind of the weak point. And you can kind of feel that when you're driving too. It's not a quick car, but it'll get you moving. It'll get you at the highway speeds relatively fast. I don't know. I just keep thinking of Nissan in its heyday, where they'd have cars like the 240 SX and you know stuff like that, and they make them rear wheel drive, and they're really popular, and they're well built, and they're nice. Although they kind of suffered from the same cheap plastics as well, but they made up for it with personality. And I think not just Nissan, but cars in general, are just kind of missing that. They're just kind of missing that personality where you're rooting for them. You want them to win. You want them to be good. You want them to be fun. I think we just regulated ourselves into not having very many fun cars because then they start getting too expensive. We want cheap fun. We don't want expensive fun. And that's where, and I know you can't compare this to a Mustang, but that's where cars like the Mustang and the Camaro really do hit the mark. Rear wheel drive, you still get them in 4 cylinders, and they're peppy 4 cylinders, like almost double the horsepower this thing's got. And I'd love to see more four-door. I mean, otherwise you get BMWs like 3 Series and the C-Class Mercedes, and I can't even think of a Japanese one. Maybe the Lexus GS, but I don't think they make that one anymore either. And that's a way more expensive car. Well, anyway, enough about that. This car, bang for the buck. If I had to pick this over, say, the Malibu, I would. I wouldn't be disappointed at all. Car's oozing with style, and it's, I think, just a nicer place to be. Well, that's my 2 cents anyway. I'll catch y'all on the next one.